Welcome to the top 8 grand finale and top deck list of this Meta Weekly with the new pack. By liking, commenting, subscribing, and watching as much as you can, allow us to keep on uploading these videos for you. Thank you for the immense support. We have Purrley versus Naturia in this top 8. Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Now, Naturia against the new Purrley deck auto wins by summoning a Naturia Beast. This is going to be infinite spell negate, and yeah, the deck's all about spells. So good luck dealing with that. We're going to be summoning the Huggin. Huggin on summon will be negated by the Ash, very likely, trying to search for the Fountain. We actually did not negate. We are holding on to the Ash for what? Maybe for the Max C. Now, with the tree being sent to the graveyard, we're searching for a blessing which could reborn a Naturia from the hand or the graveyard, non-targeting. We now make a Charge Warrior with the Camellia. Camellia setting up with a Cricket in the graveyard. We're going to draw one off that Charge Warrior, reborn the Cricket. Cricket is going to special summon just one monster from the deck. That is what our Ash was being saved for the negates. I think he's thinking anything to stop them from summoning a Naturia Beast. That's what I'm going to use my card for. Now, Gary and Charge Warrior can't make a synchro. That's not good. Had we had the foresight of them being able to negate our Cricket, we would have summoned a Coral Dragon instead. Coral Dragon and Gary would have made our Baron to floor, our Omni negate. So that Ash completely screwed up this game for Sniffus. Very well done. Very well done. I bet Sniffus is thinking, like, why did you hold on to Ash for so long? You killed my turn. Expect the unexpected. Now, this is a great use of Ash. This is when you Ash Purrley. Negate the effect of the My Friend Purrley attempting to add a card from the deck. Unfortunately, it does play into a triple tactics talent, which we are going to look at the Max C and return one back into the deck. Okay, show me the Max C. That one. Not drawing. And now we know that we're gonna have to deal with the Max C. Delicious memory. You don't know if they're going to discard until the resolution of the effect of them special summoning. So if you chain Max C, they could just decide, I don't want a special. Obviously, we still want a special even under Max C. Searching for a Purrley. That's going to be our normal summon. Tried to randomly snipe the Purrley, failed. Now we randomly have to add a Purrley card off the top of our deck. No, no, and no. It's got to be a Purrley spell or trap. Now, Purrley is going to attach from the graveyard, making a Plump. Plump is here, can attach up to 2 cards from either player's graveyard. The problem with that is it will only be 4 materials. We need it to be 5 to make the boss monster. So this is not good. This is bad. This is not making Purrley look good. We're going to be Naturia Cricketing, special summon from the deck. Because we have a Charge Warrior stuck on the field, it only summoned a Camellia. We didn't get to summon the Sunflower and Camellia because we have the largest on the field. Now, look at that. We only had 4 material. But because we happen to have a Pretty Memory, the Pretty Memory allows you to suck up a card on the field by sending a card you control to the graveyard. We sucked up the field spell for the 5th material to make the ultimate X Purrley Nor. At 5 materials or more, it's unaffected from activated effects, anything, and 3 times it could detach 2 materials, spin to the bottom, spin to the bottom, spin to the bottom. Triple disruption and unaffected. How do we deal with it? Well, you could deck them out. You could just ignore the monster. We are within the draw phase, spinning back the Cricket, which could only activate in the main phase. Also spinning back the Camellia in case they normal summon a Sunflower. It's now affected. It has 1 more spin. So Lemon really expended that Nor, as it's now also being destroyed. Now, being destroyed is not a bad thing, because now the My Friend Purrley is going to recycle up to 3 spells in the graveyard back to our hand. 1, 2. Do we have a third one? Just 2. So we do have a follow-up, and against Runick, they do not have a battle phase, so we're good. Our likely 1 of field spell is now gone for the rest of the duel. That is a problem. The 1 of field spell makes it so our Purrleys can't be negated by curse, cannot be destroyed by flash fire. We looked at the hand, we returned back in the deck the Delicious. Delicious is the easiest way to go into the X Purrley Nor to be unaffected and spin cards in the field back to the bottom of the deck. We have the Camellia sending a Cricket from the deck to the graveyard. Blessing's going to reborn that Cricket as we Shokan into Trishilla. banishing from the field, banishing from the hand, banishing from the graveyard. Just like that, everything gets banished. Now, Naturia blessing our cricket back onto the field. Within the main phase, we are summoning from the deck our Camellia, which we already activated, to send a card from the deck to the grave. Battle phase skipped. Off the top, we have Ash. That is no good. Now that we skipped our battle phase, we could start attacking. With 3,200, 4,600 on the field, double negate with the Sunflower Mate. With the, how many Runick cards do we have in the graveyard? We have just one. So we could use Dispelling to special summon to trigger the field spell to draw 2 to maybe draw into a Slumber or a Flash Fire to protect our Sunflower. And just like that, Runick Naturia taking game 1, not even needing a Naturia Beast. Lily, do not Ash. My friend Purrley, now you Ash. You're learning the choke points here. Negate. Why? Because the goal of the Lilies to get to the My Friend Purrley, and they could have another copy in their hand. And it's a hard once return. Happy is going to be special summoning a Purrley. This will randomly add a Purrley Street or the Sleepy. We got the Street, and we don't really have that good of a turn 1. We could draw 2 during the opponent's turn with the Purrley Leap and the Sleepy that will be equipped with the Street. I think that would be my play. Equip a Sleepy. Yep, doing exactly what I would do. And then within the standby phase, we're going to be using the Purrley Leap. So draw 1. Maxi also, feeling him out. Golden Droplet Special Summon, and we're going to chain Purrley Leap to make our Purrley Nor. Now, the Nor is not protected from activated effects, but it can't be targeted the turn it's summoned due to Purrley Street. We're going to use the effect of the Sleepy again. This is all within the standby phase. You have to do this in the standby phase. Discard, search, we don't care. And the standby phase effect of the Sleepy, drawing our second card. We are not affected by the Triple Tactics talent yet. We're fine, and we're ready to spin 2 cards on the field or graveyard back to the bottom of the deck. Ooh, we think they're summoning Cricket. They are, from the hand. So this was almost for nothing, pretty much. Got him. Non-targeting special. We thought we stopped the Cricket, and we did not. Cricket is still here. Triple Tactics talent with the take control, and we gotta dump our final materials before the control gets taken. Spinning back that Camellia. Very good. Get yoinkin', taking the Purrley instead. Interesting. The Nor will be going back, will be leaving the field at the end of the next turn. We have Ash negating the Cricket, which would be summoning 2 bodies from the deck. Now, had we taken the Purrley Nor, we couldn't use Cricket to summon 2, it would only summon 1. Now, during the end phase, we are going to equip a Pretty. This is good, because the Sleepy only activates during the opponent's standby phase. So what's the Pretty gonna do? The Pretty's gonna give us the ability to get rid of another card we control to suck up a card in the field. We could suck up the field spell or suck up the Huggin. All right. Let's go. Another Sleepy in the hand. Goodbye to the Purrley, sucking up the semi-limited field spell. You want to turn this Nor into a Zeus, because it's gone during the end phase due to the Purrley Leap. We have Lily adding another Street. A lot of people play just one. More than one being played here. Very well done. Shokan into the Happiness. Happiness is going to get multiple attacks thanks to the Happy Memory, and it's only attacking into monsters. So what do we do with the monster in defense? If we could make a Pretty Purrley, we could use its effect to put the Huggin in attack position, which we don't have that play. Potentially, we do not. So we're now going to use the effect of the Purrley to make a Plump. Cricket is going to be chain summoning 2 monsters from the deck. Sunflower and Camellia for the double monster negates. Get Plump up in here. Plump's going to be able to suck up 2 spell and traps from either player's graveyards. Camellia on summon, and because you summoned, we're going to send and special summon from the grave. So summon the Cricket, Nibiru, and sending the Tree. Tree activate for a Naturia Blessing to be used next turn. We have to be careful about the double monster negate. This is where we could negate and destroy. This is going to be a thing. That's the thing we're doing. Very well done. Now, if we had a Happy Memory, we could use the Happy to protect the Plump from being destroyed, which we do not. We're going to be chain sucking up the sleepies, which doesn't do anything here. So suck it up, then get popped and negated and destroyed. So there is one negate. We have one more negate left. The Nor is protected from battle destruction here. Purrley, top 3 off the top of the deck. And the My Friend Purrley, because you, maybe it was a bad idea to actually negate and destroy, because now we're going to add 3 cards in the graveyard to the hand. Holy moly. The pluses are unreal. Field spell summon and add 3. It's like you don't even want to deal with their monster. It was only able to add 2 though, because it's 3 different names. Completely whiffed the Purrley, but we could do it again. This is the 3rd Purrley effect in 1 turn. Triple. And now we got pretty. Oh, Purrley turn into beauty. Activate Sleepy or Delicious, equip onto Beauty, change the battle position, make it indestructible by battle, and then Happiness swing into it 100 times for gain. We're not doing any of that because the Sunflower, I guess, you know, it would negate us attempting to do that, but we had double Purrley. So maybe it would negate one of them. Activate one, it negates, and then you activate the other, then you have game. Maybe we're running out of time because I feel like we didn't really even attempt to do it. We did have game if they didn't negate correctly. Get swinging, let's go. And Huggin return back in the extra. I think with Purrley, you could very easily run out of time, like we probably just did. God. How am I supposed to go for game if I'm running out of time? Vaylantz versus For Hire. This is going to be a very confusing duel, so let's try to keep up. Rip voice. Yeah, that would not work. This is insane. This really, like, can you comprehend that we're triggering Falgo on the first turn, which is supposed to be impossible, unless they Nibiru? They forced the Ash onto their field to pop it with Dump, but to draw 3. What the heck? That is insanity. Draw 3. What? And now we got Fountain plus draw 3 again? What did we drew 1 off Raphael, draw 3 off of Falgo. We're gonna draw 7 in total off of the Fountain. And because we're drawing so much, why not draw 10 with Fountain? Maybe we have enough cards to do that. The downside with the Falgo is it uses up the extra monster zone generally, so it's harder to summon your Runicks in the extra monster zone. And now we're ready to do that again. With the Rex, we're gonna be able to quick effect summon the Raphael. Where is the Rex? Rex is banished, so we actually don't have a way to trigger the Falgo that I know of. Well, trigger the Dampa, that is. We could still trigger Falgo with the Runick Tip. Tip into Flash Fire. Lava Golem under the Max C. Eccentric is going to pop the Runick Fountain, which we can't summon a Huggin to protect because the Falgo is blocking it. So what do? We just lose the Fountain, and there's nothing we could do. So we're just going to very quickly draw 2. Come to us. Rex stuck in the hand. We can't get it into the graveyard. Now, we do get to draw just 1 off of that destruction, though, into the double Vaylantz field spell. If you summon into the same column as the Lava Golem, you push it into the back row for some big plays. So get ready for that. Return back, special summon our Vaylantz Voltage, all under Max C. There's no way you're going to have lethal damage here, are you? Electromite. Ash is activatable so far. Electromite putting a monster into the extra monster zone. We're going to pop that back row card, triggering the draw 1 of the Electromite, which would be a ridiculous Ash. Do we Ash that or do we Ash the Shimone? I don't know about ashing an Upstart Goblin. That's kind of sus. Shimone, special summoning from the back row, grabbing a card from the deck, which will be our solo activation. Solo activation is setting up into the back row. Also, it could move the Shimone to grab another monster. Big plays. I think we would want to negate searching for the solo activation. Yeah, I think that would have been big. Special summon from the back row, still under Maxi, nothing changed. 6 cards off the top of the deck. We're going to add a Vaylantz among those 6 cards. Do you really think we have lethal damage here? We're not on top 8 for nothing. Anderson knows exactly what they're doing. Buster Baron from the back row here. Buster Baron is going to move a monster, and now we're going to be making the Grand Duke. Grand Duke returned the Lava Golem back to the hand, burn for 3,000 as we can play Lava Golem again back on their field, first making an Apollo USA. Do we Lava Golem again, or we wait? We're going to come forth and summon, and on that summon, we're going to have the attack or negate. So that is going to be the Reduce. 7,500 damage on the field, 15 cards in the hand. Not quite. Wait, it is lethal damage. What the? Because he burnt for 3,000 with Lava Golem. Wow. 3K burn from Lava Golem. We are going to Freezing Curse with our Fountain for the Desperate Draw 1. Very important you don't chain link to your curses to the field spell, otherwise you don't draw anything. It's got to be active on the field, properly resolved in order to get that draw. Goodbye, Carrot. Let's go. We chain link blocking from an Ash, so you don't just Ash my Desperate Draw 1. Give me some more juice. We need more. Runick Smiting. That is something. So we could Fountain again, and we could Smite Special Summon. Mannequin Cat. Reborn Max C. What are we summoning? We target Max C, we summon an Earth or an Insect. It's happening. When are we card destructioning? The fear is if you card destruction early and they chain a bunch of cards in their hand to drop their hand size, they don't deck out. So maybe we're afraid of that. And they already used Ash. So the big fear is you set up with the red. So if they Ash the card destruction, you negate. It just like that, mate. Drawing out the entire deck. Lethal. Deck out victory with card destruction against Max C. Wow. Max C in that draw phase. That is dirty. Doing Vaylantz like that. Ash is going to negate the Small World. Small World's not a cost to banish from the hand, so you don't lose a card there if it gets negated. We're just going to be ending our turn completely. Starter into the blue. We have no hand trap in sight. Can For Hire put up lethal damage? I don't think so. Raphael's kind of big. Falgo's kind of big. We can't summon Raphael if we use the gigantic Spright, so much for that. We can't even summon Beat from the deck. Slumber within the battle phase, so we did want to get some damage in there and also use a Runick card, which will skip our battle phase next turn. Goodbye to Raphael, as we now have the Runick Fountain. Shokan into the Elf. Elf Reborn, a level 2 only from the graveyard, which we're going to be waiting for next turn. Okay. Max C again, back-to-back, Max C in the draw phase, disgusting. Eccentric could pop the field spell or the Rookie for Hire. We're gonna Max C your Elf Reborn from the grave, your red which wants to negate a monster, which can't negate the Eccentric. Eccentric get poppin'. Do we go for the field spell? Yes, we do. We do not care about that back row. Voltage, Viscount, special summon onto the field, Shokan into Electromite. Red negate, right? Negate and destroy. This is a good negate and destroy. Get poppin', and you're under Max C. So this is looking really bad for Anderson. Completely disrupted. Now solo activation alone is a full combo. But under Max C, are you really going full combo under Max C? There's no way. This is nuts. Shokan into Apollo USA. Just like that, any potential hand trap you draw into will now negate. Using the field spell, pushing the Raphael into the back row. Come forth and summon the Ninja. Now we're going to send the Ninja for the Grand Duke, which will spin back the Raphael, burning for 2,800 damage with over 9,000 damage plus a monster negate. Lethal damage through the Max C. Wow. Max C is broken. We could cry about it, or we could play Vaylantz and lethal through it, or we could play Fur Hire and deck them out with card destruction. Holy moly. Anderson and Kaz, you both are absolutely insane. As we have Naturia Runick versus Thunder Dragon in the top 8. I had the in-game audio so low. I screwed that up. Okay. Solar on summon is going to send now. This is the crazy boss monster. I think he's going to wish that he used Baron to floor here because how are you going to stop Chaos Angel? Well, Flash Fire actually pops it very easily, and it's barely an inconvenience. Drew a Swarm, send the Baron to floor, Chain Link block with the Chaos Angel, and we're going to block the Chaos Angel from being negated, which it can't be negated by Baron to floor because it's unaffected from the Baron to floor. But we're chaining Flash Fire as the Chaos Angel pops the field spell. And we just didn't even get to Baron. So I do think we screwed up here. We should have Max Seed. Are we under Call by the Grave on the Max Seed? Why do we not Max Seed? If we Max Seed in response to these effects, then he would use Called By. Then we'd use Baron, which is being sent to the graveyard anyway, right here, right now. And now we lose Baron for free. And we could have protected the Max Seed. Matrix activating to add another Matrix from the deck to the hand. We have regained, reborning the Druid Swarm from the graveyard. Now we're maxing without Baron, and now we get Called by the Grave without Baron to protect it. So do keep out for a play like that. Naturia Blessing is going to special summon a Naturia from your hand or graveyard. And the Camellia on the summon will be sending from the deck to the grave a tree. The tree will be searching likely for another blessing. And the Camellia could reborn the Sunflower if we summon a monster, which we just did. So this works out. Reborn Sunflower and have double monster negate. You get to choose the Chainlink orders here. So you could Chainlink block a Ghost Spell or Chainlink block an Ash. You gotta choose which you want here. Ghost Spell's not really played as much. As we send a tree from the deck to the graveyard searching for a blessing, we're gonna use the Cricket to give up our second negate to get double bodies on the fields. Now we only have a single negate. Negate one and done. Goodbye to the Lubellion, searching for a Bestial. Lure Darkness with an active Dark. Dark will be triggered. Lubellion come forth from the graveyard and we have no disruption whatsoever, setting up with a branded beast. Allure of Darkness, banishing the Thunder Dragon Dark, and with that Dark, we're gonna be grabbing a Thunder Dragon Fusion. Thunder Dragon, discarding to grab a Thunder Dragon. Thunder Dragon, discarding to grab a Thunder Dragon. Return those Thunder Dragons back into the deck to do it again. Thunder Dragon Colossus, it's now illegal to add cards from the deck to the hand, and we're pretty much super indestructible. Branded Beast can pop any card on the field. That's exactly what we're doing right now. Now, it's not activatable if we don't have a Bestial on the field, but the regain states that if the opponent breathes, if they summon at all, we're going to summon a Bestial and then get popping. This will be triggering our regained, making our Beast activatable. The Mole is activating to special summon 2 bodies from the deck. The regained will trigger the Camellia to reborn the Sunflower. We're going to use Beast to pop the Camellia, not the Sunflower. We're going to chain special summon a Huggin, which could protect the Camellia from being destroyed. Now, Huggin cannot activate to discard to search for the field spell due to the Colossus, as I said, protecting from destruction. Did not summon Sunflower, interestingly, as the regained is going to return the banished Huggin back in the extra deck to draw 1. It looks like it's helping them, but not really. We do get that draw. Dugaris for the rank 4 Exceed. That's why we didn't summon a Sunflower. Special summon from the graveyard, Coral Dragon. Okay. Coral Dragon is here. Flash Fire, special summon the Gary for our level 10 Synchro, Chang Ying. Chang Ying it up. If a card gets banished, we're going to banish a card on the field and in the grave. So what would be a banish? This. Now Colossus gets banished. Okay. Interesting. Trigger the Chang Ying. Goodbye to the regained and goodbye to the Druid Swarm. Not even banishing the Colossus. Chaos Creator is going to target 3 different banished monsters and summon one of them. This activates on special summon, not synchro summon. On summon, banish the Chang Ying. No way. Our next main phase is skipped. So we go draw phase to, isn't our battle phase also skipped? Like draw phase, end turn? Damn. I don't think I've ever seen someone do a double Chaos Angel in one turn though. Maxi in response to the cricket. Before the Maxi resolves, we want to special summon to deny them an extra draw. Huggin is here. Why does Huggin have an animation? Just thinking about that right now. Discard for the field spell, send a Sunflower. Camellia states that if the opponent summons while we have a Sunflower in the graveyard, we could reborn it for that double monster negate. We are going to be drawing 2. As we add, we mulligan 1 card from our hand back into the deck. We like our hand so much, we only returned 1. We had the option to return the entire hand. So let's see, how good really is your hand? Magna Hut, come to me. Sunflower is going to be reborn right now. Before the monster negate is active, we're going to chain the Druid Swarm, banishing our Lubellion, so we do not get negated. Now to deal with this, you simply attack over it. Regained, return the Lubellion after being banished to draw 1. This is Chaos Angel, unaffected from the Sunflower. And we don't have a Runick card to deal with this. Flashfire, Curses, Negate, and Destroy. And the Chaos Angel Chain Link blocking the Druid Swarm from being negated. Very well done. I feel like banishing Sunflower from the entire game would be a really good idea. It's a one of, and they have no way to get back to it. Goodbye to the field spell, Cricket being reborn off of the summon of an extra deck monster, Regain being triggered to reborn our Druid Swarm, Camellia, and just like I said, back on the field, Sunflower as if nothing happened. Ready to negate, double monster. All our monsters are indestructible by battle, by the way. Camellia and Cricket from the deck, sending a tree to search for a Naturia Blessing. This could look confusing, but it's just double monster negate with Sunflower. That's all you got to worry about. Lubellion is here, banishing for the Chaos Creator, which is not an activation to summon, so it cannot be negated. The best counter to the Sunflower is simply battling over it. This is the rarely used effect of synchroing during either player's turn to make a Trushilla. Trushilla on summon. Banish from the hand, field, and grave. Did the Chaos Angel already attack? Wow, it did. So we actually can't even swing over the Trushilla. It's too large. Getting rid of Chaos Space, Serenir, and Lubellion, that was crazy. Chaos Creator is going to be returning a banished monster back onto the field. Solar sending a Roar from the deck to the graveyard. Shokan into Soldier of Chaos. Soldier of Chaos cannot be targeted by card effects and cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if we can destroy a monster by battle, it becomes 4,500 or banishes a card in the field, non-target banish. Huggin is here, discarding to search our field spell. Regained is triggered to reborn our Magna Hut. We don't have any disruption. We just have an unaffected from monster effects Chaos Angel, which Runick does not really have a problem dealing with. Runick should have a problem dealing with the Blackluster Soldier. Sending the tree from the deck to the graveyard. Yeah, he also can't be destroyed by battle because of the Chaos Angel, so thank you for that note. Indestructible by battle, card effect, and targeting. So we are going to Charge Warrior into the Chang Ying. Well, can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, but we could banish it. We can't banish the Chaos Angel, it's still unaffected. Runick Fountain into the tip. Tip will banish 1 card off the top of the deck, triggering the Chang Ying, banishing the BLS, and it's gone. Regained, returning the Solar back into the extra to draw 1, and the destruction is going to negate and destroy. MST negates. Runick Fountain returning 3 to draw 3. Come to me, a nice healthy hand that directly deals with the Chaos Angel. We could pop the Chaos Angel, we could negate the Chaos Angel. We could negate the Flash Fire now. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if this card is in the deck to protect the Chaos Angel. I would think so. Negate impermanence, negate Runick cards. It's the perfect protection. But not against curses and Flash Fire. Druid Swarm is going to be sending the Chang Ying to the grave, which means we're too late to deal with the Chaos Angel. Had we made plays earlier, which I'm not saying is the better play to do, but we could have attempted to destroy, it gets negated. We could have then cursed, negated it, trigger the Chang Ying, then it's affected, gets banished, but now we'll never know. We are reborning the Roar, now sending it to the graveyard for a Colossus since we activated a Thunder from the hand and had a Thunder on the field, triggering the Cross Sheep. If you summon to where it's pointing to, it's going to boost up the field because we have a Synchro and reborn a level 4 from the grave. Ball Drake's gonna get that boost, and whatever he summons also getting that boost. Boost up the field. Shokan into Unicorn on summon, discard our protection. Chaos Angel no longer protected. And now we can negate the Unicorn and destroy the Chaos Angel. This, I don't know if that Unicorn was worth it. I mean, we do see the hand, so we are cheating. Shokan into Masquerena. And now we're making an indestructible access code talker. Can not be destroyed, but can't attack due to the slumber. Now, why use it early? You cannot chain to the effect of access code talker, destroying cards in the field. As soon as it activates, you lose if you didn't have your toggle on. Toggle on, stop it from attacking, and destroy the Chaos Angel. Very well done here. And we also now get to trigger our Fountain. You could draw a Colossus, you just can't add. Now, access code talker is going to be wiping up the field. 5,900 life, and we could only attack with the Colossus. Wipe it up. Goodbye to the Cricket. Couldn't even attack directly. So no adding with Tip. Can't add with Huggin. Could add with Gary. Gary could add back the field spell from the graveyard, as we're doing right now, completely playing around the Colossus. The Tip is no good. There's 15 cards left in the deck. It's time to get drawing. Protect the Gary, and then we're going to be triggering a Dragon Matrix to add another one from the deck to the hand. The Smiting Storm is going to be banishing 2 just to trigger the field spell as the main purpose as we return 3, draw 3. Kaiju over the Colossus. The Tip is now activatable. 9 cards left in the deck, now 8. We're going to be decking out really soon. Now, what's crazy about Gary is access code talker loses to Gary. How is that possible? Can't be destroyed by access code talker by card effect, and if you destroy it by battle, it will destroy the access code talker. What the heck, Gary? Now, Curses is also going to preemptively negate the access code talker from popping the field spell, as we now have the Thunder Dragon Dark adding a regular Thunder Dragon, Roar adding from the graveyard or banish our Thunder Dragon Fusion. Now we're going to summon something that's very similar to an access code talker. It's going to be a Thunder Dragon Titan. The Titan is going to chain to our Thunder Dragon effects from the hand to pop cards in the field just like an access code talker. Still can't pop the Gary though. The Cricket's going to be triggered off of an extra deck monster, or you want to chain link block this just like a Purrley. If you chain anything, it does not pop. That's what we're doing. Chain popping, and we can't pop the Titan because the Titan could banish 2 cards in the graveyard to protect itself from being popped. But we could try it again. We have another Thunder Dragon in the deck, discard, and then we pop. Now, we are going to Ash first. I mean, we could have Matrixed, then chain Titan to pop it. That was another option here. Oh, will negate. Got you, mate. All right, very well done. Thunder Dragon, pop again. The Ash was clutch. I don't think we needed it. We didn't need it. We had the Matrix. Matrix could have popped it also. Goodbye, get popping. But the Matrix being saved for the next turn could be better. Instead of having to use it now, save it for a pop during the opponent's turn. Thunder Dragon, come to me, battle it up, and are we taking out Gary? We should. The Titan's protected from card effect destruction. Oh, did we not know that? Banish 2 for the grave, and we're fine. Now we have quick effect pop. This duel's getting crazy. Get ready. Runick Destruction, come forth and summon Gary. Gary recycle the field spell. I can't believe Gary just continually recycling the field spell. Gary is nuts. And we do have a way to trigger the field spell. So what's going to happen here is we're going to pop it right here, right now. Not a trigger effect, is a quick effect. Pop it up. Only 2 cards in our deck. Now 0. Huh. Well, ending our turn. Deck out victory! I like how we could lose the entire duel and then win. Very good. That's Runick. Thunder Dragon for Thunder Dragon. Did not max C in the draw phase. We do have a Call by the Grave for it, though. Discard a light to grab a dark. Passing the turn. Not very Thunder Dragon-like of you. Didn't even have to. Did not max C preemptively to play around a Fenrir. Maybe wasn't even expecting a Fenrir in his deck. I don't believe I saw one within game 1 nor 2. Nothing to banish with the Fenrir on attack. A Runick deck is now battling with you, thanks to the Fenrir power. We have the Hug-In on summon, discard into grab a field spell, Imperm to negate. Now we're max seeing. Kind of confusing, because the triple tactics talent's now going to be activatable. What happened here? I don't get this. Okay. Yeah. You are stopping further summoning. That does make sense. It just looks bad because we see the TTT right there. All right, we do have a monster negate, and we could pop that back row. We are probably, I don't think we would expect a Call by the Grave in the back row there. That'd be quite interesting if we pop it early before the max C. Obviously did not do that. And goodbye to the C. What's really good about Runick Destruction against a Thunder Dragon deck that doesn't really play back row is the Bestials. Branded Beast, Branded Regained. So even though we missed out on the Call by the Grave, it's still going to be good for that. Triggering the Camellia to reborn the Cricket. Cricket could summon from the deck a Sunflower. Sunflowered up. And we do have to be careful about monster effects because the Fenrir is waiting to banish. And now the Sunflower's got double negates. All right, ending on just Thunder Dragon in defense, not summoning a Colossus. We're going into the Charger. Charger on summon, drawing a card. This is looking so bad for Kid Art right now, unfortunately. Hug-In is here. Discard to grab our field spell. We don't need that second Fenrir, even though we could attribute summon for it. Banishing off the top of the deck randomly a Thunder Dragon Roar. If the Roar were to activate, whatever we summon would get banished face down. So you don't even want to trigger it. Think about a card like Havnis. You don't even really want to chain Havnis to a Fenrir, just as you wouldn't chain your Thunder Dragon Roar. Shokan into the Baron de Floor, Omni Negate, ready to pop the field. Opening up the field, skipped battle phase though. The Sunflower cannot negate until the Camellia gets summoned. Do we even bother negating a max C? I'd say no. So correctly did not negate. We could banish a monster face down or a back row face down. It's got to be a face-up card face down, gets banished. Double monster negate, Omni negate, Curses negate, Flash Fire pop. We got 6 disruptions. We can't play through 6. It's not possible. Thunder Dragon Titan, indestructible by card effect. And we go into battle. Curses is going to negate. That's disruption number 1. Flash Fire, disruption number 2. So the Titan did eat up double disruption there. Dark is going to be activating to search our deck, maybe for a Thunder Dragon Fusion. So we still have Fenrir, Sunflower, and Baron de Floor. Chaos Space, return a banished card back to draw 1. We're going to be chaining the tip. Tip to randomly banish a card off the top of the deck. Maybe you banish the card they want to search for. Goodbye, Battery Man Solar. You still have our normal summon. Runick Dispelling. Randomly discard the Roar. Now, the Hawk can allow us to mulligan the entire hand. 2 for 2 only. We could have done up to 4. Sunflower using negate number 1. We have negate a monster, Omni negate, plus banish a face-up card. We're grinding through these disruptions. And now we got to do it through max C. This is not good. Lurk could draw 2, then unfortunately would have to banish the Chaos Creator. We do not want to do that. We are under main phase 2, so we can't just battle into the Sunflower. Magna Hut is going to get banished. We still have 2 more negates. Omni and Monster. And that ends our turn, as we unfortunately could not play through. What was that, 6 disruptions we were talking about? But we don't have a battle phase, so there will be another turn. 18 cards left in our deck, triggering the field spell to return 3, draw 3. He scoops it up. He knows it's unfortunately over. The deck out for game 2 just really sucked, and Runick had control of the entire game 3. Oh boy. Signet the Mining, ending me on a Chad deck that has no room for hand traps. Valor, Ash, called by Superfactorial. Good luck. This will summon a non-targeting send from the field, hand, and a negate. That's what the Superfactorial does. Drawing into a non-hand trap. As we Mythical Institution, we're going to set up the Cerberus, popping itself to add counters to the institution and searching for a Garuda. We can remove counters to search for a Jackal. Jackal with 3 counters is going to be able to summon a monster from the deck. Now we're going to use Garuda to force out the back row. Has to use Superfactorial early. 1, 2, 3. Omni negate plus send from the field in hand, non-targeting. Now it is negate effect, not cost. Get poppin'. Mythical Institution, continually gaining counters. Goodbye to the Mythical Institution and the Magician's Souls. Losing the Souls there was a big deal. As the Laplacian now negates. Laplacian dealing with 3 cards, 1 trap, and then -3 cards. Allure of Darkness, our last chance desperate play, gets negated by the Ash. Jackal can't do anything here. This is it. Holy moly, Let Me Cook did not cook. Let's get to it. How much can we cook under a max freaking C? Unbelievable. Max C banned for game 3s. That's the new tournament rule. You're not allowed to max C. 3-card side deck. Pot of D. You know, this is game 2 though. Could you ban max C for game 2? If you win a game, you can't use max C for the rest of the match. Good rule, yeah? Servant of Endymion, summoning our Jackal King from the deck, which will be our monster negate on top of our spell and trap card negates. Okay, we got 2 disruptions. They didn't draw too much here. Using Chicken Game to draw into a Lava Golem. Oh my Jesus. What the? Our own Chicken Game has betrayed us. Monster negate, spell and trap card negate, both gone. Now, they can't normal summon. The normal summon's got the little cross arrow there. Sending Sigma from the deck. Let Me Cook. I understand. I understand. You know, you don't even know that your Chicken Game gave them a Lava Golem. But now you do. Game 1, top 4. Vaylantz versus Runick. Runick has a pretty good matchup against Purrley. Making the Naturia Beast, negating all of their spells. It is nasty. Ash is going to be negating the Search of the Field spell. I do not think so. We do have the ability to protect a monster from destruction or negate their attack. We could also destroy some back row. Maybe we save the destruction for a Shimone. Shimone activating for the back row would be a very good pop. Maybe even the field spell. Now, Electromite is here. We are Electromiting, and the Slumber also cannot be activated this turn. Just turned it off like a Sergeant Electro. I forgot his name. I think that was his name. Destruction. Destroy. Now, that will trigger the Electromite to draw 1. Trickstar Field Spell also does that, yes. Hug and get hug and returning itself back into the extra deck. Now, off of the top of our deck, we have an Ash Blossom skipping our battle phase. No play whatsoever. You need 2 Runick cards, 1 to grant the field spell, the other to trigger the field spell. Wow. I do not feel bad. Pendulum Shokan, 2 Pendulums onto the field. Electromite activating because of the Pendulum Scale returning itself back to the hand. Now, Shimone is going to be negated, but it can still use its other effect if she moves. Move the Shimone, activate, come to me, Marquise. And we have a triple tactics talent here. Looking at the hand, give me your Naturia Blessing and toss it into the deck. Now, we wanted to special summon. The Huggin still can't discard this even if it gets returned. So with summon, it would then activate, but you have nothing in your hand when you would activate. Goodbye to the Blessing. We Huggin. So why didn't we summon Gary? Come forth and special summon. From the back row we go. We got a 4. 1, 2, whiffed, whiffed. We could grab the Archer. Archer among the 4, come to me. And now, we are going to play a card into the back row. We are scooping this up. Vaylantz Chad taking game number 1. Hajime. So we're saving the Flash Fire because we would only be drawing 2 if we trigger it early. Maxi in the draw phase of the Bear on the floor, protecting it from an Ash or a Call by the Grave. Negate the field spell from playing another one. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we got another one. Okay. It says only one can be activated, right? Where does it say that? When this card's activated, there is no hard once return activation clause, but even if there was, we negated the activation. Get ready. Back again. I don't think so. And you don't even get the draw from your fountain. The Vaylantz field spell screws them. That is beautiful. Very nice. Gary add back from the grave, though. Desperately had to flash fire that Gary. And we got Shimone. Shimone special summoning onto the field. Shimone searching for the solo activation. You use the field spell to push Baron to floor into the back row, which I do think we're going to do soon. First, we're going to do the Marquise. Marquise will be doing the top card of the deck by just rolling a 2. Among the 2 cards, we do have an Archer coming to me. Very well done. Solo activation. Move the Shimone, activating her effect to grab a Viscount. Now, we are going to be making Electromite. Electromite putting a monster from the deck into the extra monster pile. As we trigger the Cricket, Cricket will be reborning itself onto the field. This is interesting. I feel like Anderson played around Cricket. I kept thinking, why is he not pushing Baron into the back row? Well, if I push Baron into back row, then the Cricket will summon, and the Cricket will be able to summon 2 monsters from the deck because I'll have the biggest monster on the field. So by keeping Baron to floor on the field and waiting, the Cricket cannot summon 2 monsters. Anderson, you're a genius. Now there is a Lava Golem pushing it into the back row as we then use Electromite to pop the back row, putting it into the extra monster zone to then grab it back, to then also draw 1. We're not done. Shokan from the back row, get ready for the Fusion summon. With the Fusion, we're going to spin back the Lava Golem back to our hand to then burn for 3,000 damage. Archer is here. Archer is going to negate effects or half the attack. Halved. 1,500 attack. Apollo USA. We have not Pendulum summoned yet. Setting up the scales. 1 and 7. Pendulum Shokan into 1, 2, 3. 3 summon from the extra deck under Max C. Move the Archer. Archer is going to be destroying or spinning back to the hand. Either way, it is gone. We are now summoning the Grand Duke. Grand Duke, spin back the Lava Golem, back to our hand, burn for 3,000, 4,000 attack, lethal damage with an Apollo USA under Max C. Anderson has been cooking Max C the entire day. This is like the 5th time he's lethaled under Max C. I can't freaking believe this. Purrley had a huge target on their back today. If we're going to see the deck list, you're going to see Kaiju all over the place. Everyone Kaijuing. And just like that, we can negate Impermanence, negate, and evenly matched. We could draw a card during the opponent's turn. We could super factorial to then discard a card from their hand and from the field to the grave. Also an Omni negate. Let's go. Eat Soul. Max C. All right. Into Runick Destruction for not forcing out the super factorial to then kaiju him. That's interesting. Send the tree, grab the Runick Fountain. Tree will activate to search our deck for nothing. No Camellia, no Cricket. But we do have another tree if we can get that into the graveyard. How will we get that in the grave? Well, with Triple Tactics Talent, we draw in 2. This is probably a good time to super factorial. You'll send the hug in, field spell, and hand. We're doing it. We are in fact doing it. He agrees. Chain the Max C. Now, what's going to happen is quite interesting. We have 2 Runick cards in the graveyard. The turn player Runick Fountain is going to activate, targeting the 2 Runick cards. So you may be thinking, just negate it, right? You are actually chain link blocking their Runick Fountain if you activate the Laplacian to send from the field, back row, and the hand. But since you're non-turn player chain link blocking it from being negated, you're sending it to the graveyard, and it's a continuous spell, it being a field spell, so that's another way to stop it without having to negate. So whatever the tip searches for, we can negate that, higher chain link, send the fountain, and we're good. So if we were the turn player and we were super factorialing in response to a Runick card, they would be the higher chain link, which means our Laplacian would not stop it from drawing unless we negate. So hopefully that's understandable. The trigger priority of turn player, non-turn player, and continuous effects not resolving if they get sent to the graveyard. Randomly drawing into Flashfire may make things a bit fishy here. As we are, did we just add another fountain? I guess we did. Fountain's not hard once per turn, so we do not care to just activate it anyway. This is send, not destroy, and it does not target. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, and we have that negate that's now gone. Kaiju it up. We had double the Kaiju. Normal summon our Camellia, sending the Cricket. We now have Fountain plus the Flashfire, flashing up the Heat Soul to trigger our field spell again. Return 3, draw 3. Ending the turn. We do have our Runick cards activatable. If we summon, the Camellia will trigger to summon a monster from the graveyard. Eccentric, pop the field spell, but if we summon a Huggin will protect. Come forth Huggin, protect from destruction, and trigger the field spell. But by triggering the field spell, which we chose not to, you play into an Ash. Camellia is going to be triggered in response to the summon of the Diameter. We only had 1 card in the grave anyway, so return 1, draw 1, not a good idea. We're going to keep the Cricket on the field by milling the top 2 cards of the deck instead of tributing itself. We're now going to chain Runick Tip. So Ash was not saved for the Fountain, negated the Cricket instead, which I do think was a very good play. We do get to draw 3 though. First, we're going to use the curses to summon the Gary, and now we're doing that full draw 3, all before the Diameter makes an exceed. As soon as Diameter exceeds, we have a negate, so you got to be careful about that. Yeah, Lava Golems and Kaijus are everywhere because of Purrley. So if your deck loses to any of that, you could thank Purrley. This will be a Laplacian, even better than an Alan Burt. Send from 2 cards on the field and the hand. I mean, we're under max C, so it's not really that crazy. Cricket's reborning from the graveyard, but with no effect. It had a hard once per turn to summon monsters from the deck, which we already did. Goodbye Fountain, goodbye Gary, goodbye Fountain. Fountain semi-limited. Shokan into Splash Mage. With Splash Mage, we're triggering the Parallel Exceed. We are setting up for the Update Jammer Lethal. With Update Jammer, we're going to be performing double attack. All of these Runick cards cannot be activated. Oh, yup, this is it. This is the game. We're going to Shokan into a Transcode Talker. Now, Transcode Talker is going to be reborning the Splash Mage, or Heat Soul, even better. Heat Soul, draw a card, and now by doing it this carefully, what you ideally want to do, you don't want to update Jammer with Transcode Talker if you don't have to. You want to keep Transcode Talker on the field so that when you summon the Access Code Talker under it, it's untargetable. You're not going to be able to Veiler, you're not going to be able to Impermanence. If you Impermanent Access Code Talker during the battle phase on an open field, it loses its attack. So this pretty much guarantees lethal. 5,000 attack. It's going to be 5,800 double attack, untargetable. And now we have to have 3 different attributes to pop the field. That was dark. That is water. We have wind, we have fire. We have enough. We even have enough to pop an additional card. Open field, double 58, untargetable mate. Boom. Let's go to game 2. Oh boy. Look at that whole hand destroy. I blocked it for a little bit. Camellia, yeah, to 1 in both formats. It's like, you'd have to be surprised for them to not hit circular. Cricket, come forth. We got the Sunflower for the double monster negate. Huggin is here, discarding to search up our Runick Fountain. Now at the Fountain, we're freeing up room by making the Coral Dragon special summon a Gary. That's going to be our level 10 Synchro plus draw 3. 3 to me, Baron DeFleur. Our draws really sucked here. But with the Sunflower, we have a single negate unless we get a Camellia on the field. We have a Baron DeFleur, Cricket activating, which will trigger the Fenrir. Camellia activates. He did not activate Fenrir, he passed. Interesting. Which he would chain link block with Camellia if he chooses to activate it. So he would have to give up on his activation on summon in order to negate. So, you know, it could be the right call. We battle it. Battle it up. Don't get negated at all. But Fenrir will now get destroyed by the Baron DeFleur. Goodbye to you. As we can now, I mean, that was great. Double Monster Negate gone. Omni Negate gone. Let's make all our real plays right now. Oh wait, Camellia reborns in the graveyard, so that did not work out. Huh. If we kill Camellia, the Baron DeFleur doesn't negate. Yeah, that was a problem. That's a big problem. We do have a negate. But Sunflower is double negate. And we chain link blocked our Sunflower from negating. Interesting stuff here. So be ready, be ready. If your opponent would use an effect, that effect has not been used yet. So we're going to be able to mill 2 and tribute our monsters for that double negate. Return 1, draw 1. Subtraction, get reducing of a monster on the field. Shokan into Wicked. Now, Wicked states that it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. We are negating the Parallel Exceed by milling the top 2 cards of the deck, milling a Sacred Tree. Negate the negate, mate! What the? Negate! I mean, we knew it had double negate, right? Negate and destroy. Negate and destroy. Tree, activate, search your deck. Wow. Did we really benefit off of this? I think this is just a surrender, right? Come forth in a Wicked, banish from the graveyard, searching our deck for the next turn diameter play. We're not done. You know, this duel's not over. Let's get real here. Heat Soul, draw a card. We have the Super Factorial, which is activatable, as the Baron DeFleur is not going to be able to negate it. We're setting that up right here, right now. Goodbye Field Spell, goodbye card in the field, goodbye card in the hand, and we can negate. No curses. No Flash Fire, no problem. Camellia getting triggered, so is the Cricket. And then we are going to be chain link blocking the negate if we wanted to negate that, not really worth it. Triple Tactics Talent, pretty good because we're probably going to use our negate in the main phase. And we got to deal with Sunflower though. Wow. Jeez. The Kaiju for Purrley completely rips away the negate. Sunflower is a double negate. We used up the Cricket with the effect of the Camellia to mill 2 instead of giving our Sunflower a second negate, so now it just has 1. Not that we even need 1. Fountain's going to be searched for with the Huggin. Charge Worry it up, draw a card on summon. Shokan into the Donner. Donner is going to be popping itself plus the Heat Soul. Camellia sending a tree searching for a Blessing. Blessing reborn from the graveyard into Dugaris. Dugaris is going to be detaching to draw 2, discard 1, giving up the draw phase for next turn. We're going to Curses, negate the turtle to trigger the field spell and also banish cards off the top of the deck. Draw 3. Goodbye to our battle phase and goodbye to our draw phase next turn. Diameter reborning from the graveyard as the Sunflower has a single negate. And because we didn't have Camellia to mill 2 instead of tributing itself, we get negated by Call by the Grave, which would have not happened. Max C being chained. Ash, negate the Max C. Holy Chainlink 6 out of freaking nowhere. Negate. Destruction. Banish off the top of the deck. 18 cards left. Look at the kaijus in every deck. Do you see this? Don't ask me where the Purrley is. This is where the Purrley is. Everyone's got kaiju. It's so wild. Day one, and you all kaiju'd it up for Purrley. So Purrley just had no chance. What the heck? Cricket, Reborn. Alan Burt, Come to Me, Circular. Over little kitties, little Pokemon kitties, we had to kaiju it up. Negate the Dispelling. Field Spell again. Return 3, draw 3. Circular, sending Sigma with an open extra monster zone. We're going to be able to summon the Sigma. Now we are using the tip, grabbing the curses, ready for our negate. Goodbye to the impermanence. Sigma come forth. And all that banishing, we didn't randomly banish an equation. That's wild. Come for Diameter. To battle we go. Clear this up. Your draw phase is skipped, and you go straight to the main phase, yes? Goodbye to the Sigma. When it leaves the field, it gets banished. 12 cards left. I do feel a deck out coming. Flash Fire, the Diameter. More cards getting continually banished as we continue to keep on drawing cards. This is the most exhausting duel ever. Jesus. 2 cards left in the deck. Nothing left in the deck. Deck out victory! Great! Max C. Negate. I do not think so. Runick has to be on the next ban list, right? Right? I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do that. Runick Stun is doing some stuff in the OCG, but beyond that, they may not even hit it. If we look at the usage, is Runick even up on the usage? Check out the usage article and you tell me. If Runick's not up there, then it's probably not gonna get hit. Eat Soul it up into a Max C. But didn't we finger the C? Yeah, we did. So we negated our own Max C by using Call by the Grave. But we didn't have one in our hand, so maybe we would have done something differently had we had one already in the hand. Ash negate the Cricket from summoning 2 monsters from the deck. That's devastating. So we essentially have 2 dead cards in our hand. Runick is dying right now. This is horrible. We have Super Factor. Oh my Jesus, just do it now. Just put them out of their misery. They have nothing. 0 cards in the hand. 0 cards in the field. 0. Nada. Nothing. Send it all. Be gone, Runick. Oh, jeez. Okay, they'll have 1 card in the field. 1 card. 1 card. Just 1. We do chain link block that we that's the thing. Can't negate Cricket and send from the hand, field, and grave. We can't do everything. We have Call by the Grave for the Cricket. That's it. Now it's not gonna work. Diameter into the Circular. We're gonna have to activate before they potentially make an Exceed with the Diameter, which would be a negate. But then we got the finger. Mate. Goodbye, Cricket. 5,800 damage on the field. Not quite lethal yet. This is our final duel before the grand finale. Update the Jammer. Update Jammer into the Access Code Talker. 5,300 attack. Double attack thanks to the Update Jammer. And just like that, over 10,000 damage, putting Mathmech into the grand finale again for 2 weeks in a row. Damn. 2 different players, 2 different Mathmechs, and I think both weeks only 1 Mathmech makes it to the top 16. That's insane. Now, get ready for the grand finale. Vaylantz versus Mathmech. And yes, there's a kaiju for the Purrley. People had to main deck them today. No side deck. Hajime. Huh? What the heck? No circular, no nothing. I swear, Mathmech is very good. We have Eccentric popping up the back row. Vaylantz is here. Shimone, special summon from the back row. Activate to grab a card from the deck. That is going to be a negate. I do not think so. No Vaylantz spell, so no solo activation. Now, triple tactics talent. Look at that garbage hand. Spin back the Nibiru. And now we are going off with the Eccentric into Electromite. Electromite's going to put a monster into the extra deck. We can then pop our back row card to then add it to our hand. We are going to be popping the Ninja to grab the Ninja and then randomly draw one. Now Shokan this up into Beyond the Pendulum. Beyond the Pendulum, search our deck for any pendulum scale. All of the main deck Vaylantz are low scale. So we play a random high scale like the Kaiden, and then 1 to 9, summon 1 from the hand, 2 from the extra. Come forth in Shokan. That is going to be spinning back the Kaiden, because that's what it do. Top 2 of the deck, add a Vaylantz among the top 2. And then Ninja's gonna special summon. Ninja's gonna move the Shimone. Shimone is gonna add a monster, the Hojo. Hojo, if moved, performs a fusion summon into the ultimate Vaylantz fusion. And just like that, 8,600 damage on the field. Vaylantz attacking for game. Lethal damage. Ain't no way Vaylantz is winning this tournament. Is not happening. Circular sending the Sigma, Max C going to be negated by the Ash. And now we got Heat Soul to draw a card. Are we going to draw into another hand trap? More disruption. Double the Max C. Back to you. Max C in the draw phase potentially. Heat Soul into an Ash. No way. Uh-oh. There's no way we could play into this. There's no way. Super Factorial will send from the field a monster and a back row and a card from the hand. Yup. This is goodbye 3 cards and negate. So you have 4 cards. So you goodbye 1, 2, 3, negate the 4th. GG. This one card deals with the entire hand and field. Rip. 1, 2, 3, and then negate. Back to me. Now, we are going to Heat Soul it up, drawing. We're both playing Eccentric. I guess that's the card to play, huh? Eccentric's being used in Mathmech as a small world bridge. Also, popping back row's not so bad. Diameter is being used for the Exceed, which gives you a negate. So if they were to happen to have a Nibiru, you're good. We have a negate for it. Send Sigma, which can't be reborn. Alimbert, tributing to special summon from the graveyard, triggering the Circular to grab an equation which could reborn a monster from the graveyard, as we now make an update jammer. Very quickly, we are just going to lethal this field. Access the codes, target the Heat Soul, boost by 3,000, and get double attack. Now, Circular makes it so only one of your monsters can attack. That one monster's got double attack. 53, 53, 10,000 damage lethal, on to game 3. Yeah, I think new players should consider playing the Mathmech deck. Yeah. Buster Baron. Come forth and summon onto the field. Marquise is here. We're going to roll the die, not get Effect Veilered, as you should not. 4 cards. One of those Vaylantz cards are going to be adding to the hand. Come to me, Duke. Now, let's Shokan into the Electromite. If you Veil this, and then he just makes another one, ain't no way. Ain't no way. This is not hard once per turn. Saving Veiler for Beyond the Pendulum, especially when there's another on the field, that does not work. Look at the hand, spin back the Signet Mining. Don't make me look bad. Make another one. Why didn't you do another one? What the heck? Because we didn't need it. We didn't need it. We already had the high scale. Shokan into Apollo USA. Triple monster negate plus pop a card in the field non-targeting. Non-target, triple monster, quadra disruption. Let's go. We can play through 4. Subtraction. Negate. Subtraction is pretty much forcing the negate. You have to, because it's reducing the attack, which we would lose a negate anyway. Diameter with nothing to summon from the grave because the Apollo USA does not negate. Almirage, Parallel Exceed. Negate. That's not good. Okay. We have one more negate and a non-target pop. Equation, reborn. We're gonna chain move to then trigger our non-target poppage. Get switching, get popping before they can make something like a splash mage. Nope, we popping. And hold up, is this taking control? Are you yoinking? Take control of the diameter and it turns into a Vaylantz. Okay, goodbye Almirage, that non-target pop, and it's now mine. Not until the end of the turn? We're just gonna keep it forever? Shokan into the early. Purrley is here using the field spell fetcher from the graveyard to then do something wild. What the heck was that? Putting the Chronochasm into the back row. To then Pendulum Shokan as we then go to the battle phase with over 9,000 damage on the field. You all, everyone watching, you must do your homework and learn how to play Vaylantz. Whether you're gonna play it or not, this is the deck to learn. This is the way. Anderson is your Meta Weekly champion with Vaylantz. Top deck list. Oh my Jesus, Purrley. Purrley. Galaxy, nowhere to be seen. One Makonko. And this aligns with what my prediction was. My prediction was that Makonko will probably settle around tier 3. I predicted that Purrley will hit tier 2 maybe after a week or two and then eventually become tier 1. I do think it's tier 1 status. You could hold me to that prediction, have your own prediction yourself. So I think it's only gonna trend upwards. It's gonna be a lot better, even with more people putting in more kaijus, more anti-Purrley, because even if you kaiju them, if they have the My Friend Purrley and the field spell, they're triggering a bunch of effects. They're adding up to 3 cards to the grave, summoning a monster from the deck or the grave, then adding another card to the hand potentially. It's good. That's incredible. Now, let's get to the deck list. Let's see the best way to play all the decks. Now, only 120 URCP. That is because I have my collection imported into the website. A fake collection. You could import your real collection. This is showing the cards I have, the cards I'm missing. So I'm missing Effect Veiler. It would tell me I'm just need to craft that card. So in your settings, you can click on card collection just by clicking on your name. It is a pro feature for now as we are testing this. So if you want to be an early tester for this, be my guest and do it. So this is going to be good. Update your collection, add cards to it, and you could also import decks into your collection. So you can go into in-game, build up your deck, import it onto the website. All of those instructions are on the website in the deck builder on how to do that. Now, beyond that, let's go back to the top deck list as we are seeing what's good. So here is a Dragon Link deck. Got some Bystials in here, which should be doing quite well against a deck like Mathmech, but the Bystial usage is way down. Let's keep on going. This is LMT with Rika. A good time to play Rika right now because the Con deals with the Purrley Nor. Everyone's looking for ways to deal with it. They're playing Kaijus, Lava Golem. Well, you could just play Rika. It naturally has a good matchup. Here is the extra deck here, and there is the main. Good job, LMT. Moving on, we have a top tier. I'm saying that early. I don't think it's on the tier list yet. Well, actually, it should. If the tier list updates, it should be at tier 3. King Richmond. This is with triple Bridge of Salvation. And you could be thinking, I'm going to zoom in now, why play Bridge of Salvation? It's similar to playing Dark World. This is discard fodder. You discard this with a Purrley card. It then adds a field spell and a Cobalt, which you could then discard the Cobalt. So you pretty much get 2 free discards and a field spell. That's great. So good job, Richmond. All right, here is the deck and extra. Keep on going. Vector, branded Despia. 43 cards clean. We got triple Kaiju. So we do want to make note of the Kaijus that are being played in the deck to specifically deal with Purrley. Purrley, no joke, no clickbait. It is going to be top tier. If not, I'd say it's top tier right now. Let's keep on going. Makonko. So we have a single Makonko tournament topping deck for Master Duel right now, and this is the way. What's great about this deck is it's already built to beat Purrley. Purrley going to be probably the most popular best deck of Master Duel, and you could just sneak on in with your Makonko, a great deck to learn. There's so much info in the Discord, so make sure you click on the Discord link, Master Duel Meta, Discord / that, and the invite, all that stuff, and you're going to be learning how to play this deck, and you're going to be great. So good job, Makonko, a turn 2 deck. We got There Can Only Be One. Oh my Jesus. We are floodgating. Up next, another Purrley deck. Now, I will note with this deck that we have nothing to discard. No Dark Worlds, no Salvation, and we don't need it. Got double Leap, double Field Spell. We got Fenrir in this build. Fenrir could be good against people making a Naturia Beast or anything that could potentially be countering your Purrleys, so very good with that. Good job, Earl GB. Here is the extra. Let's keep on going. Again, no discard fodder. We are purleying it up. Droll and Lockbird, very good against the deck if they do not summon in the draw phase, so you do want to be careful about that. Here is the extra deck here. And yeah, it's a pretty cheap counter, in addition to wanting to play cards like Kaiju. Let's keep on going. JC6, triple Kaiju in the main deck. This is real. This is not a drill. It's time to put Kaiju in your deck to beat the Purrleys. So let's go, let's go. That's my best advice for you if you're losing to them. Here's the extra, here's the main. Another Purrley. This is like a tiny Purrley deck. We got double Leap, triple Purrley Street. That is nuts. Triple Nibiru, very well done. Good job to you. Good job, Lemon. Let's keep on going. This is clean. Clean build, clean. Then we have Cause. This is for hire. And with the card destruction, holy moly. They max see you. You then card destruction them for game. Make sure their hand size is bigger than their deck. Activate, GG. And then you set up with a Spright Red to negate their Ash if they already didn't activate. And then, Natural. With an Endymion, Fenrir, Kashtira deck. We got a Sacred Sword of the 7 Stars. Okay, very nice. Here's the extra deck. Endymion, a Chad deck. All right, let's keep on going. Kid Art with Thunder Dragon. Kid Art can make big plays all under Nibiru. So with Nibiru being meta, this is a good deck to potentially play and try out. And then we have Sniffus. If you really hate Purrley and you want to just, on the ladder, mindlessly make a Naturia Beast, you ought to win against Purrley. Potentially, maybe, unless they're playing Kaijus or, Imperm is a good out to the Naturia Beast. You do have to watch out for that. So I'm not going to say a super auto win, but a good way to potentially get auto wins. Good job, Sniffus. Another. I mean, is this a coincidence? Naturia Beast in a lot of the, 2 in the top 4, and Purrley was the best performing deck of the tournament of making the top cut, and then these did so well together. So there's something there. This was beating up on the Purrleys. Main decking Kaiju for Cody. Did we main deck Kaiju here? We did not. So Kaijus helped him out a bit, I'm sure. Let's keep on going. Then Mathmech is just clapping recently, winning the last Meta Weekly and getting top 2 of this weekly. We got a Lava Golem, we got a Kaiju, get draw into it with our Heat Soul. Very well done. Mev, congratulations, doing very well with your Mathmech. And then the winning player, an absolute Chad, Anderson Strife, 40 card clean. Main deck in the Lava Golems, not playing a Floodgate version with like Fossil Dyna, searching that nonsense. No. Absolute madness. You maxi against Anderson, he don't care. He's gonna lethal you that turn, right then and there. Not once, not twice. I think it happened at least 3 times in the tournament. Anderson, you are crazy. And I'm definitely gonna play your deck. And what I really like about your deck, in addition to the Lava Golem naturally being good and comboing up with the Grand Duke to spin the Lava Golem back to your hand to then Lava Golem again, is that you're actually playing the fusion that no one plays. So trigger the Hojo, fuse into the Momonoka, which is gonna be an animation even. So very well done. Good job to you, Anderson. And let me check this real quick. And that is the Meta Weekly. Let's go. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and watching as much as you can of this. That's why we can keep on uploading all of this. We out.